welcome. Come on in, come on in. I trust I'm finding you really well this lovely Sunday afternoon. It's not Sunday now because I'm pre-recording this on a Tuesday, which is supposed to be wet. About sums up the weather forecasting in the UK. Hey, well, it's really good to see you all again this week, and thank you again for joining me. So it's a nice cruise today from Gnosall, or as it's spelled, Gnosall, down to Wheaton Ashton. Oh, I'm trying to hold the old camera up there so you can see some of the old Shropshire behind me. And it was a very enjoyable time I spent there. The weather was good. Bit like today really, so no complaints there. So today you find me actually sat on the bridge right by the Hurlston junction. Let me just show you. Yes, I'm getting ready now for my autumn winter cruise, and I've decided that this year I'm going to spend my time on the Llangollen Canal. Now, I've never been down the Llangollen. The only problem I can foresee with the Llangollen, it has got the punky silty aqueduct, and I don't like heights. But fortunately, Carol is back on board as you're watching this, not as I'm recording it, but as you are watching this vlog. Carol is back on board, so I'm going to teach her to drive the boat so I can go make a cup of tea when we go across. That'd be fun, wouldn't it? Oh dear, trying to hold the camera steady, it's not very good. I'll tell you what, let's just get on with the cruise, eh? Shall we? I'll stop waffling. So starting off from Gnosall, between the two pubs, the Boat Inn, which we'll be seeing shortly, and behind me the navigation. Excellent moorings just here, and especially if you like to hear the sound of a cockerel in the morning. There's one of those as well. I think there's a little nursery farm just to the other side of those trees. And Gnosall is in fact a lovely little village and contains the 15th century church with Norman tower arches, and you can find this about 1 mile east of the canal. Also in Gnosall, you may be interested to know, if for our American cousins, that the Reverend Adam Blakeman, who was born in 1596 in Gnosall, was later to found the early American town of Stratford in Connecticut in 1639. Earlier I mentioned the boat inn, and this is the boat inn now on our port side, our left side, as we go and head out of Gnosall. So as we leave Gnosall and head further south, we come to the Cowley Tunnel. Now, Cowley Tunnel was originally meant to be 690 yards in length, or 630 metres, but due to problems in the faults with the rock, it was shortened to what it currently stands at, which is 81 yards, some 74 metres. I did notice that as I cruised along this part of the canal just beyond the bridge, there seems to be a lot of walks through the woodland. Obviously a nice place to come on a hot summer's day. Seasons change and we head on into autumn. I can imagine that this part of the canal would look absolutely stunning with all the yellows, browns and reds of the leaves as they change on the trees. No wonder you get frequency of boats to moor up here along the side. There is actually some Armco, and this boat is actually moored up on some. So if that is your thing, that you like out of the way mooring places, then maybe this is one you might like to consider. to form on the Shropshire Union Canal. Once you're beyond this woodland area, the scenery opens out into openness with lovely fields either side, and of course it's always plenty of stunning architecture in the way of bridges and little wharfs that you can moor up alongside or nearby. There's always something to delight the eye as you cruise on the Shropshire Union Canal. We are now arriving at the first opportunity where you can wind and return back into the north if you wish to, and this place is called Wheaton, and it's quite a nice little place to be honest. There is some residential moorings on our starboard side as we're heading south, going in, and these continue up to the winding hole which we are now just approaching. Now I know that many of you who watch my vlogs do enjoy just a little bit of quiet music along with some very enjoyable countryside. So for the next 5 minutes that's exactly what we're going to do. We can settle down in our chairs, get ourselves a nice glass of wine, turn the sound up, listen to the music, and I hope you enjoy the cruise, and I'll be catching up with you very soon where I've got some more interesting information, including mole's feet. and heading on into Wheaton Ashton, which is a lovely little place with some lovely pubs in it. It also has the cheapest fuel for narrowboaters that I've ever come across in the network. In fact, at the time of recording this, which is in September 2021, it is 69p a litre. Very, 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 very competitive, and a good 20p less than most other places. Now, Wheaton Ashton is also recorded in the Domesday Book and is in the parish of Lapley. In 1777, the village was almost burnt down. In fact, half the village was burnt down, and this is known locally still as the Great Fire. And it was not until the 1830s that Thomas Telford built the Birmingham and Liverpool Junction Canal, which is now known as the Shropshire Union Canal, and it went through the village, which brought in a lot of people and of course trade. Other snippets of information for Wheaton Ashton is that there are a pair of mole's feet which date back to 1902, and you can find these in the Pitt Rivers Museum in Oxford. And they were carried in the pocket of an old man from Wheaton Ashton as a cure against toothache. And in World War II, the village had its own operational airfield, which is approximately 2 miles south of the village as it stands today. Although of course it's now a farmer's field, the buildings, that is the control tower, etc., are all still present but derelict. There are moorings, visitor moorings, all the way along here on the port side on the left side, and earlier on I mentioned about the cheap fuel. Well, if you look very carefully on our starboard side now, you can just see the hose pipe on the landing there. Now that hose goes all the way up the bank, and there's a little garage at the top, and he sells the diesel to boaters and to local farmers and etc. But you have to go up those little stairs to get to it. And just beyond that, of course, there's the bridge where you can walk into the village itself, which has got a lovely little convenience store or two, and pubs, of course. And of course, beyond that again, we have some more moorings, visitor moorings on the left, linear moorings which are privately owned on the right hand side, and just a little way up from here is the winding hole, or you can go through the lock and continue your journey southwards, but because I was starting to experience problems with my toilet at this stage, I didn't venture south. So unfortunately my summer cruise was sort of cut short at this point. But nevertheless, it is a beautiful little village and a lovely place to visit and to go and sit in the beer garden, which is immediately on our right hand side, our starboard side now, as we are passing. But for now, I am going to just go just past this boat here on our port side, where I'll be mooring up. There we go then. I hope you enjoyed that little cruise. It was the last of my summer cruises specials. Next week I've got the one where, with the lovely Carol, everything started to go wrong on board the boat. Has it been resolved? Sadly, from the electric point of view, no. It's going back into the marina that did the work for me on Friday next, to get them to have another look at it, because whilst it worked to start with, it ain't worked for the last 10 days or so. So now look, very, very important news. Full-go narrowboat in the back. Yes, back from our summer vacation where we had August off, and we're all raring to go and to greet you on Tuesday evening at 7 p.m. That's Tuesday the 28th of September, 7 p.m. British summertime. When our guests are going to be, they're not really going to need any intro really, but it's Colin and Sean from Foxes Afloat. So if it's anything like the catch-up we had with them last week, it's going to be utter mayhem. Yeah, absolutely. I think it's going to be 6 nutters go narrowboating. But anyway, let's enjoy Tuesday, 7 p.m, and we'll see you there. Right, so the Carol is back on board. You won't see her because I'm pre-recording this, but she is now back on board. And next week's vlog is the vlog where, with Carol, we came back from a destination to a new destination, and I rescued the drowning puppy. Those on Facebook will know all about that story, but this is the vlog that will detail it, and we'll tell you more about that and what happened and how it was resolved in next week's vlog. So until then, I'm just going to say, please look after yourselves, please stay healthy, and please keep yourselves safe. And if you happen to be called Simon in Ammerford in Wales, or Mary in Dorset, a big happy birthday to you both. Have a fantastic time, and I hope you get lots and lots of candles to blow out. Okay then, see you all again next Sunday. So this is Ian aboard Morning Star saying ta-da.